The frequency of vibration of string is given by V equals P by 2L F by M raised to 1 by 2. Only one face is unfamiliar. What is your name? Next to Sandhya? Ashwida. You are attending Crash online? Test, okay, sit down. All others are familiar faces, that's why. Israt, what is first answer? That kind of question should not be asked. Say, frequency is given by nu equals P by 2L into root of T by mu. So you have taught you like this, where T is tension in the string and mu is mass per unit length. So mu equals M by L. So it will be M L raised to -1 T raised to 0. Option is 3. Mass per unit length. Next is two resistors R1 and R2. They are joined in series. Now, R1 is equal to 24 plus 0.5 and R2 is 8 plus 0.3. When they are connected in series, R equals R1 plus R2. So, 24 plus 8, 32 plus. I told you, error is always added. Answer is 2. How many have made this correct? This question. Okay. Vaishali, what happened? Okay. Where is other friends? Only you are there in the hostel, or? Okay. Mauli left. Mauli is not here. So next, if the value of 103.5 is rounded off, (103.5), it is 5. Plus 1 should be added because this is odd. So 104. The definition of average velocity is total average velocity equals. I think this question all of you have done it correct. Total displacement by total time. All of you got the answer. Made mistake. Okay. So question number 5. Here, answer is 2 meters per second. How many of you made it correct? Vaishnavi? Got it. Israt got it. Only 2%, sir. Sanjay? Okay. See, here, either you listen here. This displacement is Sam, how was the test? Easy. So displacement is 2 meters because diameter is 2 meters. Time is how many seconds? 1 second. 2 by 1. 2 meters per second. Question number 6. Question number 6. Answer is 1. How many of you made it correct? Vaishnavi, not correct. So if this kind of a question comes, V average equals 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. So V average is given 40. 40 equals 2 into 30 into V2 divided by 30 plus V2. When you solve this, you will get the answer as 60 km per hour. Two trains A and B. Option is 1. Sam, got the answer? Like today, okay. Sandhya, what is the answer? Question number 7. A1. First option. How many of you got this correct? Vaishnavi? Israt? Here it is, the concept of relative velocity. One train is moving in this direction. Another train is moving in the opposite direction. Okay. So total length will be 100 plus 60. And the time is 4 seconds. Velocity is relative velocity. VA plus VB. So we can write time t equals total length by relative velocity. (160) divided by VA plus VB. So t is 4 seconds. 4 equals 160 divided by VA plus VB is 3 times VB. 3 VA, no? So 4 VA equals 160 by 4. Now VA equals 4 VA equals 40. VA equals 10. VB equals 30 meter per second. Eating. You wrote the exam? Okay. So next. Question number 8. A plane surface inclined at an angle beta above the horizon. A bullet is fired with the point of projection at the bottom of the inclined plane with the velocity u. The maximum range is given by. Option is B. Anybody got this answer? B is the option. See here, for maximum range, what is the condition for a projectile? Here in this case, it is like this. This is beta. This u is projected at an angle theta. Maximum range is obtained when sine 2 theta, sine theta and sine 90 minus theta, like that you studied. So here it will be sine 2 theta plus beta equals 1. Then range equation is u square. Range equation for range. Sine 2 theta by g. Substitute this, you'll get the answer as 2. Question number 9. A particle is projected with a certain velocity and angle alpha above the horizon from the foot of the inclined plane of inclination theta. See, here also same concept. Inclination is 30 degree. The particle is here like this. Acceleration is down in this direction. This direction it is mg. This direction will be g cos theta. It will be moving like this. And it strikes here. So velocity, y component of velocity will be equal to 0. Substituting that, you will get the answer 30 degree plus tan inverse root 3 by 2. A plane is moving on a circular path of radius r with uniform speed v. Change velocity on the particle moves from p to q is. Anybody got this answer? You got the answer? How? Steps. Anybody else? Vaishnavi? Sandhya? Okay. You, how? I don't know. Sandhuja? No idea. Vaishnavi? Not there. Here, change in velocity we have to consider. Delta v equals, the relation is delta v equals 2v into sine theta by 2. Delta v is equal to 2v. The velocity into sine theta by 2. Theta is 40. 40 by 2 is sine 20. So answer is 3. Question number 11. How many have got this? 2 seconds. Oh, nobody. Sanjay. Sai Shashank. Got it. 2 seconds. Steps. Israt? No. Sindhuja? You also didn't do it. Very easy. Here. This inclined plane is 9.8 meter. 9.8 meters. Now, S is equal to ut plus half gt square. This relation, you know, it is starting from rest. S is equal to u is initially at rest, so u equals 0. So half here it is coming along inclined plane. G sine 30, sine theta, but here 30. T squared. We need to find T squared equals 2s by G sine 30. 2 into 9.8 divided by G is 9.8 into 1 by 2. So T equals root of 2 into 9.8 divided by 4.9. So T equals root of 4, that is 2 seconds. Understood? Whose mobile is on? Okay, okay. You go outside, talk and come back. Okay, okay. Online, nobody is there, no? I think any student is there online. Okay, okay. Next is question number 12. A uniform rope of length L lies on a table. If the coefficient of friction is mu, the maximum fractional length of the hanging part of the rope from the edge of the table without sliding down. Anybody got the answer? Answer is C. C. How many steps? Okay. You also got C. Good. Sai Shashank? No idea. See, on a table, a rope is hanging. This hanging part is X. So the remaining part will be L minus X. Mu into M by L. M is mass of the rope into L minus X into G equals X into M by L into G. Here mg. mg is only for this X. X into mass per unit length is M by L into G. This. So here what can be cancelled on both sides? M by L, M by L. Then G cancels. Mu into L minus X equals X, isn't it? Mu minus mu X equals X. Mu equals mu X plus X. Then we can write X equals mu divided by mu plus 1. So next. The within 2:15, only 45 minutes is allowed of physics. So with 50 questions I have to discuss. So I will be going little fast. Yeah? Any question you feel difficult after the class, you come and ask me. I'll explain for you. Yeah. Okay. A stone is straight upward with a speed of 20 meters per second from a tower 200 meters high. The speed with which it strikes the B square equals U square plus 2AS. So B equals root of U square is 20 squared plus 2 into 10 into 200. What is the answer? Please tell me. No. 65. Got this answer, Sam? No. Sundhuja? No. A ball, please listen here, be careful. Ball hits the ground and loses 20% of its momentum. Coefficient of restitution is, answer is 0.8. Anybody got the answer? What is the step? Okay. P, percentage loss of P equals 1 minus E into initial momentum, 100%. Okay. So P 20 equals 1 minus E into 100. 20 by 100 equals 1 minus E. 1 minus E equals 0.2, or E equals 1 minus 0.2 equals 0.8. So next, this answer is D, that is 55 by 2 mr square. Anybody who got the answer? Okay. All of you, listen here. Here at the center, first of all, you find out the moment inertia. There is mr squared by 2 for the first disk. Plus, around there are 6 disks. 6 into, here on this axis, it will be mr squared by 2 again. Mr squared by 2 plus parallel axis theorem. M into distance between these two axes. M into 2r the whole squared. So this will be equal to mr squared by 2 plus 6 into mr squared by 2 plus 4 mr squared. When you add this, simplify this, you will get the answer as 55 by 2 meters square. Please write these 2 steps, then you solve at home. Understood how to take it? Understood, Vaishnavi? Oh, okay. So, a disk is rolling on an inclined plane without slipping. The velocity of the center of mass is v. This points on this line on a circular arc having same speed as center of mass. Here, assertion is correct. Reason is explanation of assertion. Can you tell me how it is explained? Very simple equation. You have studied. V equals R omega. Omega will be constant. Depend upon R. Each point will be having same velocity. Based on this relation, V equals R omega, this can be explained. Question number 17. The height at which the weight of a body becomes 1 by 16th weight on the surface of the earth. 3R. How many got the answer? 3R? Oh, nobody is getting that. Okay. Here the relation is G dash by G equals R square by R plus H the whole square. Okay. G dash can be written as G by 16 by G equals R squared by R plus H the whole square. Simplify. You will get the answer as H is equal to, or one more step I will show you. 1 by 16 equals R squared by R plus H the whole squared. Or we can write 1 by 4 equals R by R plus H. Remaining steps you solve. Please write down these many steps you write. Say, assuming the earth, see, from the center of the earth, gravitation value will increase steeply. After reaching the surface of earth, when it is taken up, it decreases in a rectangular hyperbola manner. So this is the answer. Hello, listen here properly. This is answer is 2060 meter cube. Anybody got the answer? Huh? Okay. So here the concept is loss of flotation. Weight of the object equals weight of the liquid displaced by the immersed portion of the liquid. So volume into density of ice is 0.918 into G equals V. V is the total volume. 224 is outside. So inside will be V minus 224 into density of water is 1.03 into G. G and G cancels. Remaining you simplify, you will get the answer of V equals 2060. So next, a river 10 meter deep, it is experiencing a viscous force. Viscous force I given a relation. F is equal to. Here my option is third option. Anybody got the answer? Option. Sandhya. F equals eta A dV by dx. Here, shearing stress is asked. So F by A equals eta dV by dx. Eta is given 10 raised to minus 3. dV means velocity. Here you can write eta V by x. V is 5 meters per second, x is 10 meters. So 10 raised to minus 3 into 5 divided by 10. Answer is 3. Okay. My allotted time is only up to 250. I don't know how I will fix. Question number 21. The heat capacity of material dependent on temperature. Botany Lake is changing from ice at 0 degrees Celsius. The time taken is for a 1 centimeter lake formed is 7 hours. Here the relation is T1 T proportional to x squared. That's the relation. Okay. T1 by T2 equals x2 squared minus T2 by T1 equals x2 square minus x1 square by x1 squared minus x0 squared. So this will be 2 squared minus 1 squared by 1 squared minus 0. T2 by 7. T1 is 7. Please substitute. Vaishnavi didn't get the answer. Okay. Less than, so more than 14 hours to go. Option 4. So question number 23. All of you written? Write fast, because otherwise all the questions may not be discussed. The volume of a given mass of gas at 77 degrees Celsius is here. What is the equation? Simple. Charles law. V1 T1. V1 by T1 equals V2 by T2. Answer is 200. Centimeter cubed. See, here U equals half kx squared. Here answer is 3. Anybody got it right? 3. Okay. See, most of students may be writing this answer, but it should be U and x squared. Here x square is not here. When U and x is plotted, it should be parabola, but here U and x square is plotted. So this also is wrong. But next chance is U and x square straight line. This is only relation. 3 is the answer. The relation is U equals potential energy equals half kx square, or U equals half m omega squared x squared. Only 20 questions. 10, 15. 15. Welcome. No, in the it's 215. 215 was allotted. 132. Okay. Only okay. I'll tell the answers only. Here the relation is T equals 2 pi root of L by G. In the second case, it is T2 equals 2 pi root of I by ML. That's the second equation. When you solve this, you will get the answer as √3/2. Question number 26. Listen here. Briefly, I am telling. So please listen, then only you will understand. Here, a person is standing in the middle. Here, relation is same frequency. Frequency will not change. Anybody got this answer? Definitely. What is the concept? Yes, Srisham. Nu dash equals V by nu dash equals V by V minus Vs into nu. Okay. Here Vs becomes V cos 90. Cos component is coming along the, so Vs becomes 0. V by V is 1. So nu dash equals nu. Understood? Listen carefully. Only 7 days for the exam. See, here the relation is F equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R squared. In the first case, it is 10 and 20. Second case, it will be, they are touching each other and separating. So they will be having 15 and 15 each. 10 plus 20 by 2. Then again substitute. F2 equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 15 by R square. Initially it is 10, 10. Answer will be 8:9. Phi equals Srath, Jacqueline, phi equals Q by epsilon naught 1 by 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. Here the net capacitance is to be found out. Then 1200 minus 400 will come. Minus 800 will come. Answer is 400 volt. Question number 30. Two long parallel copper wires. See, one thing you have to note down. When the current is same direction, when the current is attraction, when the current is in opposite direction, repulsion. So first of all, you can identify this is repulsive. Then formula is F equals mu 0 by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 by D. D is the distance between the two wires. Answer is 10 raised to minus 5. Question number 31. Here length is increased n times. R equals rho L dash by A dash. See, when the length is increased n times, area will decrease. So rho into NL, n times increased, but area will decrease by n times. When coming up, n squared R. Write fast along with me, because sensitivity of potentiometer. What the answer, anybody for this one? Okay, Sam. Sensitivity proportion to 1 by potential gradient. Potential gradient. So by increasing the length, sensitivity can be increased. Question number 33. Here the relation is mu r equals 1 plus psi. The psi is susceptibility. So 1 plus 599. Okay. So mu r equals 600 you will get. Then mu r equals mu by mu 0. From there you will get mu. Mu r by mu 0. Using there you will get mu. B equals mu h. H is given here. B is equal to mu h. Then what is magnetic flux phi equals B into A. Answer is 1.81 into 10 raised to minus 5 Weber. Understood? 3 equations are here. Please note down. Written. A circular coil of turns. Here the relation is M equals mu 0 N1 N2 A by A1 by 2 R2. N1 is given here, N2 also is 100, A1 is based on this radius. A1 is pi R1 squared. R2 is this one, 20 centimeter. Substitute, you will get the answer as 4 10 raised to minus 5. RMS value of E equals. What is the equation for RMS value? E RMS equals E0 by root 2. E RMS is equal E0 by root 2. Here it will be, there are 2 amplitudes are there. So E RMS equals root of 8 by root 2 the whole squared plus 6 by root 2 the whole squared. Take the root. Then you will get the answer as 5 root. Question number 36. 90% efficiency. Here 3 kilovolt. Based on this, 200 volt is given also. 15 ampere is the current. 450 is the current in the primary coil. Current in primary coil is 15 ampere and voltage across secondary coil is 450. Here, power remains same. 3 kilowatt. 3 into 10 raised to 3 equals Vs Is. There is 200 into Is. From here you will get 15 ampere. 200. 3000 divided by 200. 50. A current loop placed in a magnetic field behaves like a magnet dipole. I think almost all of you made it correct. Good. Angle between this you made it correct. 11.5. Here, a solid float submerged in a liquid. When the liquid is heated, which of the following is likely to happen? Because when the liquid is heated, what happens? Density will decrease. So solid may sink. Vaishnavi, correct only. Here, beta equals lambda d by small d. In the second case, it is beta equals lambda d dash by 2d. Beta is same in both cases. Then d dash becomes 2d. Got the answer? Question number 41. Which of the following statements indicates light waves are transferred? Light waves are always polarized. Transverse waves only polarized. Longitudinal waves are not polarized. So it's correct only, no? Here among the options given this. See, B is not correct. Polarization specifically. This redistribution of energy can happen in the case of sound waves also. Okay. A glass slab has a critical angle of 30 degrees. The relation is 37 degree you got? 37 degree. Mu equals 1 by sin c. So sin 30 equals 1 by mu GA. Next, sin C equals 1 by mu GA upon mu GL. It is given here. Refractive index is given. Substitute. Answer is 37 degrees Celsius. See, this is here. Rod is kept like this. U1 is here. U2 is here. 1 by U1 plus 1 by V1 equals 1 by F. You find out V1 first of all. 1 by U1 plus, so this distance is taken as U1. In the case of U2, again 1 by U2 plus 1 by V2 equals 1 by F. U2 is more far away. So that distance you have to take. F is same. Focal length of on camera will not change. 2 V will get, V1 and V2 will get minus V2 minus V1. So V1 minus V2, you will get the answer as 5. Here the relation is HC by lambda. HC by lambda equals wave function plus half mv square or E V naught. This two equations you have to form. The two different wavelengths. HC by lambda 1 equals W0 plus EV1. HC by lambda 2 equals W0 plus W0 indicates wave function. EV2. Values are given, substitute. So next question. Here the relation is, anybody got this answer? A is the option. Sandhya got it, okay. What is the equation? Okay. M equals IA. Radius is given. So I into pi r square. I into pi r square. So I is E by T. This can be written as E by 2 pi by omega or E omega by 2 pi. Substitute. Here, 46th question. E1 equals minus 13.6 divided by 2 squared. E2 equals, sorry, E1 is 4 square. Then E2 equals minus 13.6 divided by 2 squared. Minus these two values. Here you will get this minus 0.85. Here you will get this minus 3.4. Minus. The difference will be 2.55 electron volt. Size of the nucleus is of the order of 10 raised to minus 15. Here 48,000. Anybody got 3%? How many have got the answer? Got. Vaishnavi we got. Israt? I'll start. See. N by N0 equals 1 by 2 raised to small n. Okay. N by N0 equals 1 by 2 raised to 5 will come 5 times. Total time is 5 times. So n by n0 equals 1 by 2 raised to 5, or n equals n0 by 32. Say 49,000 easily you can answer because electrons are not there in nucleus. So these two options will go. And 12 and 12 will not happen. So third one is the option. Anybody, how many made it correct? Very easy question. Okay. The given figure shows that waveforms for two inputs A and B. Say 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. It is AND gate. How many of you made it correct? Okay. See, I know that I was going very fast. No other option. So some numericals you may be finding difficult. Either you call me or just ask me, or you'll be coming to class at that time also you can ask. Crash students. 4th, you are having class. The remaining portions we'll discuss on that day. Repeater batch, some of you are having my number. Please ask. If any doubt is there, you just ask me. Vaishnavi, anybody asking? Any doubts, sir? So study nicely, write the exam.
So repeaters, is anybody? Okay. Where is the pen? Okay. Okay, students, we have only 45 minutes for a chemistry discussion. So I made the question paper. So I will have the discussion for a chemistry part. Let us start with the chemistry. It's a mixture of no difficult and moderate and easy questions. It's a couple of everything, but it depends upon the students' preparation how it is easy. For some people it will be difficult. For some students it will be very easy. Some people may be moderates. The same one you can establish your own ideas here. Okay, let us discuss. This is the correct relationship. Molecular mass. So here, just remember 2 into vapor density will give molecular weight. This is only one relation. It's a very, very simplest fundamental equation so that you can correlate easily. This is the one. Next one. This is also very simple, but many students are generally waste a lot of time, but very easy. How do you able to understand means? You can look at this one. 4NH3 plus 6NO will give 5N2. So according to this equation, 10 moles of ammonia they are using, 30 moles of nitric oxide you are using. So just balance equation 4 moles and 6 moles, and we are using 10 moles. The 4 is converted to 10 by multiply by 2.5. The same one, if you multiply by 2.5, actually they are given 30, but it will need only, okay, 30, how much they are giving? 6 into 2.5, around 15. So 10 moles of ammonia, 15 moles of nitric oxide is sufficient. In fact, even if you take even 11 more or 12 moles, or 16 or 20 moles also excess. 30 moles is too much excess actually. So excess reagent that one. So that limited reagent this one. So corresponding, you can easily calculate that. Even for this one's also 5 into 2.5. I mean 2.5, the same number of moles, you are actually qualitatively getting the yield of ammonia. Right, next one. This is very simplest question. Generally, cation is a lesser atomic radius, ionic radius than anion because of the effective nuclear charge. So that highest positive charge, least atomic radius, highest negative charge number, highest atomic radius also. So this one, obviously, this is a very simplest question. Okay, right. Photoelectric effect is given by Cc metal easily. So generally, I mean, alkali metals, alkali earth metals, of course, compared to alkali earth metal, alkali metals, easily we will get the electron excitation. In fact, lithium-ion battery is better known for laptop and as well as mobile because it is alkali metals. Electron excitation is easy. That's why you are generating electricity. The reason that's correct. And photoelectric is given by the metals having high ionization enthalpy is wrong. Okay, this is a perfect choice. And you can look at this one. In this case, you don't need to calculate the exact number of electrons. Just within the set of species, just eliminate the common number of atoms. Rest of that you have to come to the number of electrons. So that here P3 minus S2 minus Cl minus not contain isoelectron species. These are all isoelectron species. And one more thing, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, both are belongs to third period. So that number of atoms same. And here carbon, nitrogen, carbon, both are second period. So definitely number of same only will be coming. But here sulfur, carbon, nitrogen. Sulfur, carbon, second period. Sulfur is, I mean, carbon, nitrogen, second period. Sulfur is the third period. Definitely, you will have the difference in the electron numbers. So that this is a not isoelectron species. Right, next, sulfate. Sulfate is actually hexavalent sulfur present in it. And obviously, just count the number of sigma bond is 4, tetrahedral. And even you can see the often, there is another formula. Format is the number of hybridizations is equal to 1/2 valency plus monovalent atom plus anion minus cation. This also you can use it. Next, under dipole induced dipole interaction is present in the following pairs. Dipole induced dipole, the answer is such a way that one molecule having permanent dipole moments, another molecule do not have dipole moment. In fact, it is a 0. That combination perfect choice here. Of course, just decomposition of the hydrogen peroxide is an example of disproportionate reaction. One is getting oxidized and another is getting reduced. So that both 0 to -1 to -2 and -1 to 0. Both the above is correct choice. And here, not redox reaction. Definitely, KClO3 is also a redox reaction. Many people never know that decomposition of potassium chloride, oxygen production is not only a decomposed reaction, but a disproportionate reaction. Because chlorine, here valence is changing. Of course, here oxygen also valence is changing. That's why this is also a redox reaction. This is also a redox reaction. This is also a redox reaction. This is the correct choice. Lithium. And what is called a anionic part of the borax. Borax Na2B4O7.10H2O. Actually, this is a structural formula, not structure. If you look at the structure of the borax, actually, you have the 8H2O. Hydrated molecule of water is actually 8. Na2B4, like O5, OH, 4 times you have to write it. And in this part, and you can look at here, boron like this, like it is a caged structure. And like this, it comes and it goes like this, and you have the valence of borons 3 actually, but only one boron, of course, the 2 one is caged. In that case, you have the 4 sigma bond. So then it should be the minus. O minus, that is O minus, Na plus will come. That is a 2 anionic boron. And the electrolysis of aluminum, generally, increase the electrical conductivity because we are using a cryolite is a Na3AlF6 something to increase the mobility of ions. Alumina, we are extraction aluminum from alumina, that is a what is called Al2O3. So that just increase the mobility to conduct for conduction purpose only we are using. That is the answer. Of course, this is also according to IEP's rules and regulations. You have to go through it fully, carefully, and you have the different branches and all the prefixes. You have to put it based on the alphabetical order, so that this is the correct choice. And this is a sulfur establishment. Barium sulfur used to get precipitation. The barium sulfur has only one sulfur. Atomic mass is 32. Barium sulfate molecular weight is 233.38 something. The down we got to put the weight of organic molecules, and the numerator put 1.158 and into 100. That is a 30% around it will be coming. So that this is the answer. So you have to go through this percentage of sulfur, oxygen, something. Then only you will have some idea. And folks, I did not give the barium sulfate molecular weights. And benzene with isobutene. If you take the isobutene in the presence of H plus, it undergoes a carbocation formation, and you are going to get a most stable carbocation, that is tertiary butyl Definitely is a very good electrophile, and electrophilic substitute reaction is very famous in the aromatic ring. And finally, this will be get substitute along the benzene ring. You are going to get a tertiary butyl benzene. Alcoholic KOH. If you look at this alcoholic KOH and you have the alkyl bromide, you got to think about E2 mechanism, dehydrohalogenation reaction, Sedgwick rules, everything you got to recall it, all those 3 points. So it is a this is a 2-chloro, what is called a 2-chloro 2-methyl. 2-chloro 2-methyl, correct? Huh? Okay. So in this case, there is a 2 choice. One, this one dehydrogenation, and actually, what is the molecule actually? I think something wrong. 65. Yeah. The question. There. Okay. So that is the answer. This one. One is along with the Sedgwick rule, one is a major and one is minor. Both are only possible. So that alpha hydrogen, you got to look at this one. Right. Decreasing order of the boiling point. Generally, boiling point decreases when the branch increases because of the space effect. Van der Waals force of attraction is less, means easily boiling. Van der Waals force of attraction is very low, especially it has a highly branched alkanes. This is the one you can keep in mind. And finally, this is a butane N-pentane. So probably this is a high molecular weight N-pentane. That is the highest boiling points. So C is a only one choice. You don't need to see anything. Just go through it, and you have to save the time. Okay, next. On heating ferromagnetic or ferrimagnetic substance, they become paramagnetic. Generally, as we know very, very easily, diamagnetic to paramagnetic, but apart from these two, ferro, ferri, and the antiferro, something is antiferric magnetic. It depends upon the cluster of it's called a domain. We got to build a large number of unpaired electrons or 4 fully paired and unpaired, so that everything you will get it actually. Generally, when you increase the temperature, the paramagnetic substance will become ferromagnetic substance. That's one. From the solid state, you can have the idea. So on heating ferromagnetic or ferric, that become paramagnetic. That is true. The electrons changing their spin because of the, if it is unpaired electron or one is getting number of unpaired electrons continuously increasing. That is the reason. The iodine molecule is I2 is just a solid state at room temperature, but it is a homodiatomic molecule. It is actually held by together only London force or van der Waals forces, weakest force of attraction. Yes, this one. This is very tough questions only. In fact, I asked the edge length, and I gave the density is 530 kilogram meter cube, but you need to convert to gram per centimeter cube. So that there is many things we should keep in mind always to here. So density is equal to 530 kilogram per centimeter cube, meter cube. So this one I am doing the unit analysis. So 1000 gram is equal to 1 kilogram. It's going to cancel it. Okay. Then this centimeter, I am going to cancel centimeter. So 100, what is called it? 100 centimeter. Something I want. I put here. 1 meter. 1 meter. 100 centimeters, something here. I just I'm making some thing. Meters. Okay, right. If you do everything and finally you are going to get actually 530 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram per centimeter cube. This is the one you should get, gram per centimeter cube. Of course, this is also, we can call it as a 0.53 gram per centimeter cube. So density is equal to Z m divided by a cube and Avogadro number. If you put everything and rearrange, finally a cube, I just put directly a cube is actually 43.6 into 10 to the power of minus 24. 43.6 into 10 to the power minus 24. This is a cube. And a, you can see that 3 into 3 into 3, 27. 4 into 4 into 4, 64 something. But it should be in between. So the choice is 352. So you don't need to go for too much expansion of centimeter to meter, meter to picometer. No need. But this is the way you got to save the time. The gases, of course, according to the Henry formula, P is equal to KHX. So partial pressure of any gas in the liquid solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction. KH is a constant. And if you rearrange this one, and KH is equal to P by KX. So higher the number of mole fraction, lesser the KH. So high solubility means higher number of mole fractions are there. So it means that higher KH, lesser solubility. So least KH, higher solubility. So least value is 6 point, actually 144, 0.413, 1.67. Even of course CO2 here only is matching. Even sometimes you can look at the high polar gas will be more soluble. This also you can able to understand that. This is a very simple Michael Faraday first law. The quantity of metal deposited on the cathode is directly proportional to electricity used. W is equal to directly proportional to Q, and W is equal to E Q. Q is equal to IT. These are all. Finally, ampere, we put it means W is equal to ZIT divided by 96,500. 1 Faraday is equal to Coulomb. This much Coulomb. And put it everything, substitute, and what you are going to get here actually 0.19108. E you are going to calculate. IT means ampere into second. Ampere how much? 0.5 into 193 second divided by 196,500. And finally, you will be end up with 108. Atomic mass for silver 108. Since it's a monovalent, its equivalent is equal to atomic mass. And this type of questions. What was the amount at the start of the experiments? Generally, 4 half-lives. Just do the back work. 5 grams. This will be starts from 10 grams because of the half-life. And if you take this 10 gram, that should be the starting material is 20 gram. This is another T off. This is if you take the 40 gram, this is another T off. This is if you take the 40 and 80 grams. And this is the first half-life, second half-life, third half-life, fourth half-life. So 80 is the starting material. And it's not dependent upon the charge. Of course, colloidal particles is a charged one because it shows electrophoresis and electroosmosis. And coagulation also based on charge. Because of the charged one, we can able to precipitate the coagulated material. So that's here Tyndall effect is only the important property of the one of the property, not important property. One of the property of colloids, so that it doesn't it is independent of the charged one. So, but the condition is that the dispersal, the diameter of the dispersed space is less than the wavelength of the light used. That one condition, Tyndall effect. And the second condition, the refractive indices of the dispersion medium and the dispersion phase should be very large. The difference should be so large. Then it shows. Okay, next, nickel. So nickel generally, impure nickel, they are taking and they are treating with 4 moles of carbon monoxide under hot condition, and it is converted to nickel tetracarbonyl. And again, this high heats go for little bit elevated temperature. It undergoes decomposition. 4CO gas molecules goes out. Of course, impurity left out at the end here. So that after decomposition, you are going to get 100% pure nickel. This is only for thermal decomposition. And since this is argon, easily liquefiable real gas. Any gases we can convert into real gas. That's not a problem. We have that much technology. And in this case, all of them inert gases, monoatomic gas. And as soon as if you go from top to bottom along the group, molecular weight increases, atomic mass increases, density also increases. It can easily liquefy it. Because our density is the reason for easily liquefiable. Xenon is the correct answer. Okay, in this case, which has maximum pH? So it means that maximum pH means least acidic. Okay, That is a maximum pH. And these are all salt, sodium chloro, hypochlorous. This is a, you can look at here, just replace Na by H plus HClO. This is HClO2. This is HClO3. This is HClO4. Okay. Hypochlorous acid, chlorous acid, chloric acid, perchloric acid. Oxygen state increases, acidity increases. This should be the least pH. This must be the highest pH. Of course, both are acids only. All those pH belongs to, all those pH are actually less than 7. Within the less than 7, this is the highest one. Generally, in any case, the element showing variable oxygen state, lower valent oxygen state always reducing agent, highest oxygen state always oxidizing agent. Since +3 is a common oxygen state for lanthanum, U2 plus 1 variation and C4 plus 1 variation. This is a reducing agent, this is oxidizing agent. Cerium is a well-known oxidizing agent. Students, of course, this is just simply a spin-free complex only D7. It has a 3 unpaired electrons. If you put it 5 boxes, definitely you will be ending with a 3 unpaired electron. 3 unpaired elements, magnetic moment 3. Just easy. 1 unpaired electron, 1 point something. 2 unpaired, 2 point something. 4, 4 point. 5, 5 point. After the pairing occurs, then 1 stops. This case, this is something like a Cl2 is missing. This cis protein is a well-known cancer drug. Of course, geometrical isomer it will shows. PT is a square planar complex. If you put the Cl opposite side trans, same side as cis. So it will shows only geometrical isomerism, not a optical isomerism. Optical isomerism shown by only octahedral complex. So you are using potassium permanganate, very strong oxidizing agent. Of course, heating also you are doing. Definitely, double bond gets cleaved off, and further at the both end, maybe it is actually converted to aldehyde. Further, this oxidation to acid. So bond cleaving, double bond cleave, highest oxygen state, highest acid will go. So that 1,6-hexanoic acid. That is the answer. You put ozone, both should be hexanal, 1,6-dihexanal. And this is a very interesting reaction. If you look at this allyl alcohol, and you are thinking that according to Marconi rules you are following because it is uncertain alkene. But we have to think about that which one is a HOCl. This is hypochlorous acid. Generally, chlorine is more electronegative than, oxygen is more electronegative than chlorine. Then you will be end up with a Cl plus and OH minus. This one you got to first remember that. And electrophilic addition reaction is those. And since OH you have here, actually electron density flows from double bond to oxygen, because since oxygen is electron negativity higher. But don't think about that electron donating group in phenol. In aromatic ring, OH is an electron donating group. But in this case, it is actually accepting electron. Then flow of electron takes place through sigma bond. Inductive effects. It should be the plus. This will be the minus. So the minus part goes to Cl. And you have the OH already. OH. Okay. Of course, OH. And this will be the what is called? Simply Cl 1, 2, 3. Okay. OH. OH. 2-chloro 1,3-propane diol. This is a less explored reaction. Picric acid. Generally, 2,4,6-trinitrophenol is a picric acid. If you add sodium bicarbonate to any phenol, it will not give effervescence test. Phenol is less acidic than carboxylic acid. But why 2,4,6-trinitrophenol we are calling as a picric acid? It doesn't have carboxylic acid, but its property is almost equal to carboxylic acid. Sodium bicarbonate solution will give effervescence only in 2,4,6-trinitrophenol. So this is one you have to keep in mind. Remaining everything is same. Yes. 80. This one only. 81st. This is a last one. Of course, this just biodegradable polymer. So biodegradable polymer means already you know that in polymer the BHPV, nylon 2, nylon 6. These are biodegradable polymer. But cellulose also a polymer, biopolymer. Cellulose, proteins, biopolymer. So definitely this only the choice. And generally, aliphatic amine with a more alkanes, highly basic. Aniline, acetonol is neutral. Para-nitroaniline also least acidic. 85, yeah. Oh, this one. Okay. Chloramphenicol is a antibiotic broad spectrum. It's a very good, well-known antibiotic. During after World War, after penicillin, this one is nowadays already it is got a drug resistant. It is no more used now, but it's actually a very old drug. So, but broad spectrum. What is called a broad spectrum? It can kill both gram-positive, gram-negative bacteria. That's what broad. Right. Next, you can see this. Aniline, acetonylene, aniline. These are aromatic amine least basic than aliphatic. Benzyl means aliphatic actually. Benzyl doesn't mean that phenol. So CH3 NH3. Actually, 2-phenyl methylamine. That is called benzylamine. Of course, aliphatic amine. That is the answer. Next, this is simply chloroform KOH. Chloroform KOH in organic chemistry, two important reactions they are used in the same condition. One is carbolamine reaction. Another one is salicylaldehyde preparation. Right? Remetrimine reaction, Co-base reaction. I forgot the name exactly. Maybe it is either remetrimine or Co-base. But in this case, they are using salicylaldehyde preparation. Generally, ortho 2 OH will go salicylaldehyde group introduction. Okay, because of the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Even if you don't have methyl group at the para person, normally, if you have OH and you will be getting ortho position is a major. It is also called ortho effect. Ortho salicylaldehyde only you are going to get, even if you don't have methyl group. So that this only the choice. Why it's forming only? No. Para-ism doesn't not all going to form because intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Right, that is the answer. This one. Fourth. The first is the answer. Okay. Simply, what is this one? Just aniline. Aniline, which is a very powerful electron donating group. If you use bromine in water, Br plus generation, electrophile, all two ortho one para gets brominated, you will get pale yellow pressure something, 2,4,6-trinitro aniline. That is undergoes disaturation with the what is called a sodium nitrate and HCl. So you are going to get diisonic salt. That diisonic salt, take this one. And finally, it is already brominated here. And it's one of the important material. You can do anything. Chlorination, cyanation, anything you can do. Fluorination also we can do using tetrafluoroborate after heating. So N2 will go out, plus HCl also will go out. So fluorine you will be getting. The rest of them intact. Okay, next one. The end product be formed in the reaction sequence of glucose, they are saying. So glucose, you have the glucose here. Once you have glucose, HCN, one more carbon, already glucose 6 carbon. So that you will be end up with a 7 carbon. 7 carbon, and under this condition, hydrogen iodide phosphorus. If you have any organic functional group having oxygen, aldehyde, carboxylic acid, alcohol, everything converted to alkanes. Very simple here. This is simply, CH2 double bond CH2 will giving CH3, CH3. This is just a hydrogenation. Is nothing but the heat of hydrogenation. Also, we can hear thermodynamics. And in this case, they given the bond energy. Generally, if they are giving the del H values or del S values or del G values, normally the differences should be product minus reactants, except this one. The bond energy means a reactant minus products. That is a overall energy. Reactant minus product. This only you can keep in mind. Put all the CH, 4 CH bond, 1 C double bond C, and just put together and a minus, and you have 6 CH bond, 1 CC bond. Finally, you are going to get altogether minus 125. This shows that this is a very exothermic reaction, hydrogenation. Okay, this is an atomeric sulfur having oxygen state 0. S2, 4, 5, 6. If you look at this one structure of these things, first one, yes, O minus, S2, முடிச்சுதா இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் தான் இருக்கு முடிச்சிடுறேன் ஒரு 5 minutes. Okay, note it down, students. Please understand this structure very carefully. 0, 4, 5, 6. That is the answer. And next question, this one. Generally, del G less than 0, forward reaction. Okay, because spontaneity. This one Pb2 plus is more dominant than Pb4 plus. In this case, del G greater. This means this one plus 4, this plus 2. So this is the correct answer. And so you have the methyl group of CH2 and CHA. Formation of a more stable free radical. That is a more major products according to the chlorination. Here only is a bromine goes under tertiary bromine. That will be the major products. Okay. Yes, this is the one. Okay, this is the one very easy. Muscle contraction, calcium, blue grain. Let's say not much more people who are familiar. Carboxypeptidase is zinc actually. Cyanocobalamin, cobalt. So that this is a one. And to the highest Ka. So dissociation, higher the Ka, higher the stronger the acid, but lower the pK, higher the acid. Okay, just remember, it is not a pK, it is a Ka. Dissociation high. So that since it has 3 chlorine, trichloroacetic acid is more a stronger acid. Next one is This simply E is equal to M. What you can call it is E is equal to NHC by lambda, put it, and N is the number of photons, and this what's they given E. Just put it 1,000. I mean, what is they 100 N H also you know, C also you know, lambda also they given. Put it all together. Well, number will be equal to 2 into 10 or 20 photons. So many people they think that Avogadro number something like that, but it's simple. NHC by you know that only E is equal to HC, you know. But put N, that is number of photon. Of course, here in is ionization energy. You can immediately you have to think beryllium here, neon here, nitrogen here, helium here. Since ionization energy increase from left to right, and of course our top is again higher. Helium is the largest ionization energy. In this way, you got to think about that helium here. So remember, all of them highly paired or fully half-filled like this, but still you can be able to predict the values. And in this case, actually, you know, the K1 2NO, K2 NO2, K3 2NO2. If we put it here, one is a reverse way, then this will be cancelled out actually. And of course, I gave you the answer and put it all together. K2 is equal to K1 into K3. Like this, it will be coming. So based on thermodynamics, especially thermochemistry, you have to rearrange it in such a way that maybe many players, you can see that multiple problem like this. Aluminum chloride is a well-known Lewis acid, is a more covalent character. More covalent character, salt means easily hydrolyzable. These are all things we should keep in mind. And it's also a dimerized, so that not possible. Aluminum chloride back bonding is not possible. Okay, that is a wrong statement. I never heard anywhere in this type of aluminum chloride studies. 100. Due to Frankel defect, the density of the crystal solid decreases. Actually, you should know the difference between Frankel defect and Schottky defect. Both occurs in solid state, particularly ionic solid state. That one should keep in mind. And a Frankel defect, cation will be displaced and going in, interstitially it is occupying. It will not go out of the box. And the density will never decrease or increase, remains constant. And a Schottky pair, one cation, one anion goes out, density decreases. That should be, and a large size also should be keep in mind. And this 2 point is very important to know what is a Frankel, what is this one. So this is a density is wrong. Frankel defect cation and anion leave the crystal knots. Both are false. All right. So next person will come. Please write. Okay.
Okay, very good afternoon. Shall I start now? Okay. Okay. So let's start with first question. So which cell organelle divides the intercellular spaces into 2 distinct components? One will be the luminal and the other will be the extraluminal component. So this will be the direct question. So answer will be the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so lysosome, mitochondria, that cell organelle does not have two components. So endoplasmic reticulum divides intracellular spaces into two distinct components. Next question, as per the fluid mosaic model proposed by Singer and Nicholson, so the lipids and integral proteins can diffuse randomly. This model has been modified in several aspects. Which of the following statement is incorrect related to this fluid mosaic model? So here you can see the proteins of the cell membrane can travel within the lipid bilayer. So this will be the correct answer. The proteins can remain confined within the certain regions of the domain of the membrane, or many proteins are remain completely embedded within the lipid bilayer. So this also will be there in as per fluid mosaic model. The proteins of the cell membrane can undergo flip-flop movement. So the proteins of the cell membrane can do by lateral movement only, not flip-flop movement. So for this four statement, second statement will be the wrong statement. Okay. Then match the items with list 1 and list 2. So list 1, I have given the list of phases in mitosis, and list 2, I have given as the what are the key events has been taken place. Okay, so from this you can easily identify metaphase. So metaphase, the chromosomal movement towards the equator. So if you know the B will be the 3, so option will be the B will be the 3 will be given in the option 3 only. So you can easily opt the answer 3. Otherwise, you can remember this anaphase. Anaphase when the you can see the chromatid separations will be taken place in the anaphase. Or telophase nucleus, Golgi complex, ER endoplasmic reticulum will be reappear. Prophase வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா initiation of the mitotic spindle. So replication of DNA will be taken place in the S phase. So here they have not given in the corresponding phases. So answer will be the 3. Option 3 will be the correct answer. Then which of the following represents the anaphase stage of mitosis they have given? Here they have given us the 4 figures. Out of 4 figures you can see the anaphase, the chromatid separations will be taken place. So this will be the anaphase, and here this A will be the transition to metaphase. C and D will be the meiosis. Okay, so this is the meiosis 1 of prophase 1. This is meiosis 2 of telophase 2. Okay, so this is the telophase 2. This is the prophase 1 of meiosis, and B will be the anaphase. Then identify the correct statement about the symplastic pathway movement of root. So this will be the epidermis, cortex, endodermis, pericycle, and xylem. So it starts with the epidermis, ends with the xylem. Okay. Then this is the 2 statement I have given. So the statement 1 will be the mycorrhiza is a symbiotic association is the fungus with a root system. So that is the correct. So statement B given as the pinus seeds can germinate and establish without the presence of the mycorrhiza. So here the pinus seed cannot germinate because it is an obligatory. Okay, so obligatory. So among this, statement B will be the wrong, statement A will be the correct. So statement A is correct and B will be the incorrect. And which of the following is a not a functional role of chlorine? Okay, so this is the question adapted from mineral nutrition. Okay, so chlorine will be helpful for solute concentration determination, anion cation balances, and well-known thing is water splitting reactions will be carried out by the chlorine. So that is, you know that. But the 4th option will be the carbohydrate translocation. So that functions will be the boron, not chlorine. So 4th option will be the wrong. Okay. Then you can see the match the column 1 and column 2. Column 1 I have given the list of function, and column 2 corresponding nutrients I have given. So component of nitrate reductase will be the molybdenum, mitotic spindle formations will be the calcium, pollen grains germinations will be the boron, activation of catalase enzyme will be the ion. Okay, so for this A2, B3, C4, D1. Okay. Next steps in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, including the passage of electrons. Okay, so it starts with the reaction center. Reaction center will be chlorophyll A, then followed by plastokinin, cytochrome B6, cytochrome F, plastocyanin, photosystem 1. Okay, so this is the correct sequence of the pathway in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Then which scientists showed the green substance in plant located in the specific bodies that chloroplast within the plant cells, that was proposed by Julius Barnes-Sachs. Okay, so Jan Ingenhouse, he proposed the sunlight is essential for the photosynthesis, and Cornelius von Neyl, he did the experiment on purple bacteria, sulfur bacteria, how it was reduced into carbon dioxide into carbohydrate. T. Engelmann, he did the prism experiment, and he did eliminating in the algae. So these three is not related to this. So Julius Barnes-Sachs is the correct one. Okay, then total number of ATP molecules produced per glucose molecule as a net gain in the eukaryotic cells will be the 38. Okay, so here, yeah, so here I will tell you, here glycolysis, so it will be vary between the 36 to 38. So glycolysis, you will have ATP is around 8. Okay, next one the pathina, oxidative decarboxylation of carboxylic acid will be 6. Then Krebs cycle வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா it will be 24. Okay, 8, 6, 24, the 38 molecules. Okay, then respiratory ratio of the 0.7, 0.9 and 1. Okay, so this respiratory quotient will be the volume of CO2 evolved and volume of oxygen consumed. So here you know that 1 will be the carbohydrate. So all the 4 options, the carbohydrate will be the 1. So that you can't eliminate. So then 0.9 will be the protein, and this 0.7 will be the tripalmitin. Okay, so this is the fatty acid. So this value will around RQ will be the 1 or 2 CO2 divided by 145 oxygen. Okay, so this will be a 0.7. So this is the RQ of tripalmitin. Then this is the pictures I have given on amphipholic pathway. So you need to identify the what is A, what is B, what is C, what is D. Okay, so A will be the fat. The fat will be degraded into fatty acids and glycerol. Fatty acids will be degraded into D. So that will be the acetyl-CoA, because the Krebs cycle, the acetyl-CoA is the initial one. So the C will be the pyruvic acid, and here the glycerol will be transformed into DHAP, dihydroxy acetone phosphate. Okay, so A will be the fat, B will be the DHAP, C will be the pyruvic acid, and D will be the acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA will be entered into the Krebs cycle. Okay, then select the correctly matched pair. Okay, so here tricarpillary, trilocular ovary, so it is belonging to the family Liliaceae, it is correct. Bicarpillary, bilocular ovary will be the Solanaceae, that is also correct. Monocarpillary, monolocular ovary will be the Fabaceae. So all of the options given is correct. Okay, then which of the following is correctly matched pair related to the phytohormones, their corresponding scientists? So ethylene is related to HH caseins, so this will be wrong. Kinetin will be related to Skoog and Miller, so this is also wrong. And gibberellic acid will be the E. Kurosova, and oxins will be the Bent, so this is also wrong. So this is the correct answer will be the gibberellic acid, E. Kurosova. And which of the following PGR would be used by the farmers if they are asked to do? Okay, so from this what you can do, you can easily identify initiate rooting in stem cutting will be the auxins. Okay, so it should not be ethylene. So you can from this you can easily eliminate option 4 and option 2. Okay, then female flowering in cucumbers will be the ethipons. So these two will be the same. And initiate flowering and synchronizing in fruit set in apples will be the ethylene. Okay, so that will be the ethylene. Bolting in cabbage will be the gibberellic acid. Lateral shoot growth and adventitious shoot formations will be the cytokinin. Okay. Then here I have given as the 6 disease resistance as well as pest resistant plants. You need to identify how many crops given in the list belonging to the disease resistant, how many crops belonging into the pest resistance. Among the thing, Pusa swarnim is the disease resistant.
Pusa Gaurav is the pest resistant. Pusa Sem3 is the pest resistant. Pusa Subra is the disease resistant. Pusa Sadabagar is the disease resistant. Pusa Savani is the pest resistant. Okay, so 3 will be the disease resistant and 3 will be the pest resistant. Okay. Then here they have given us the flower has 5 dithecous stamens and each microsporangia has 10 microspore mother cell. They have asked about how many male gametes are formed. Okay, so here they have given us the 5 dithecous stamens. So dithecous means 2 thecas. So the 2 thecas will be there. So each theca there will be a 2 chamber. So 5 into 2, 10 into 2, 20 microsporangia will be there. So you have to calculate the number of microsporangia. So here they have given us the 5 dithecous stamens. In 5 dithecous stamens, there will be a 20 microsporangia. So each microsporangia, there will be a 10 microspore mother cell. Okay. So about 20 into 10 microspore mother cells, you will have an 200 microspore mother cell. So what it will do, this will undergo meiosis and it will produce the pollen grains. So it will produce the 800 pollen grains. Okay, so one mother cell will produce the 4 pollen grains. So you will have an 800 pollen grains. 800 pollen grains, each pollen grains will produce 2 gametes. So total 1600 male gametes. So from this single question, they may ask male gamete, they may ask how many pollen grains, sometimes they may ask how many MMC. Okay, so each conditions they may vary. So the concept will be the same. Okay, so 1600 will be the correct. This is, we are talking about only male gamete, not female gamete. Pollen grains will produce the 2 male gametes. No, we are talking about microsporangium, not megasporangium. Okay, microsporangium, you will have 1600 male gametes. Okay, then these are the statement given from the plant growth development. We need to identify the correct statement. So in plant growth differentiation, both are open. It can be determinate or indeterminate. So this will be the correct. Then final structure and maturity of the cells also is determined by the location of the cell. This is also correct. So here the cell position away from the root apical meristem, that will be mature as the root cap cells. Okay. And the periphery will be differentiated into the epidermis. So this 3 will be the wrong answer. And environmental signals will also certain phases, stages of the growth. That is also correct. Here intrinsic factor, intercellular. It is not intercellular. It is an intracellular. Genetic factor will be the intracellular. This will be the intercellular. So this they have given as the intracellular. So this will be the wrong. So out of C and E will be the wrong. A, B, D will be the correct statement. Then choose the incorrect statement for the external fertilization. So external fertilization, mostly it will be occur in the algae. That is also correct. So it will also occur in the fishes and amphibians. That is also correct. So organisms are external fertilization. It will produce large number of gametes, not only male gamete. So it is applicable to large number of gametes for both. Okay, not only for male gamete. So this will be the wrong statement. So option 3 will be the correct. Okay. Then pollination does not guarantee the transfer of right type of pollen. If the pollen is wrong type, incompatible type, how the pistil will reject the pollen by? It will prevent the pollen germination on the stigma and it prevent the pollen tube growth on the style. So both the way it will be prevent. So both 1 and 2 will be the correct answer. So this is the pictures they have given us. First picture will be the Marchantia and the second picture will be the earthworm. So you need to identify the female reproductive organs. So among this will be the female reproductive organ, Arcegonium. And here this D will be the female reproductive part. Okay, so among this A and D will be the correct statement. Okay, then identify the incorrect statement. So here, juvenile phase is also called as reproductive phase in the plants. So this is not correct. Okay. So juvenile phase is different, reproductive phase is different. Okay. So here they have given us the juvenile phase is also called as reproductive phase. In plants, we will call it as vegetative phase. Okay. So remaining things, Tobal and Neela Kurunji is found in Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu is correct. Bamboo flower will be produced 50 to 100 years. That is also correct. Birds egg laying will be the seasonal phenomenon. That is also correct. Okay. Then sequence of the development of the embryo sac will be the start with RC sporium. So RC sporium is the group of cells that will produce the megaspore mother cell that will form a megaspore. From the megaspore only embryo sac will be formed. Okay. Then select the correct statement from the given statement. Single cell spirulina can produce the large quantities of the food rich in protein, minerals, and vitamins. This is the correct. Body-wide wise microorganisms. So Methylophilus, Methylotrophus will be the several times many proteins than the cow per day. That is also correct. So button mushroom is the richest source of vitamin. It is the richest source of button mushroom is richest source of proteins. It is the richest source of protein. Rice variety is rich in iron. So this two will be the wrong. First two will be the correct answer. So A and B is the correct statement. Then which of the following property is shown by the crop given in the figure? What is the crop here shown in here? It is the Sonalika. So Sonalika will have high yielding as well as disease resistant. And this is the three samples we have given, A, B and C sample. A sample BOD value will be the 6 and B will be the 400 and C will be the 20 mg per liter. So BOD will be higher in untreated water. So here what they have given us, sample A could be taken as the untreated sewage water. So A will be 6. So this is a smaller value. So definitely this won't be a correct one. Sample B could be belonging to the secondary effluent from the sewage treatment plant. So once you treated, BOD will be reduced. So B will be 400. It was in higher. So this is also will not be correct answer. So sample C will be could be taken from the river water. So river water is mediumly polluted. So sample C will be the correct one. Then read the following statement related to primary sewage treatment. Here, first primary sewage treatment, what you have to do? You have to do by filtration, by remove the large floating things like polythene bags. So this will be the first. Second, what you have to do? You have to remove the grit chamfer, solid particles like small pebbles. You have to do it by gravity. Third one, you have to pass into the sedimentation tank. That will be suspended materials are settled down. Fourth one will be the concentrated solid material that will form a primary sludge. So remaining effluent, whatever formed here, that will be passed into the secondary treatment plant. So this is the mainly they have given us the primary sewage treatment. So answer will be the 2, 4, 1, 3. Then this is the statement. One will be the NPP is less than the gross primary productivity. So gross primary productivity will be more than that NPP. So this will be the correct. And NPP is equal to GPP minus respiration. So this is also correct. So both statement 1 and 2 are correct. And assessment they have given us the nutrients are never lost from the ecosystem. So that is correct. And why? Because the nutrients are recycled time and again indefinitely. This both A and assessment and reasons are true. Reason will explain the assessment. Okay. Then here they have given us the two statement in Bangalore that A was developed by B. So this A, what they have given A is the recycled modified plastic powder. So the recycled modified plastic powder will be the polyblend. Okay, so polyblend was proposed by Ahmed Khan. He mixed with bitumen and that will be used for the roads, constructing roads. And this is also the questions taken from case study in organic farming. So Ramesh Chandrasagar, he did so many sustainable venture, like he did agriculture, he did beekeeping, he did composting, he did dairy management, water harvesting. So A, B, C, D, E will be the Correct answer. Then it has been recommended that storage of nuclear waste after pre-treatment should be sealed containers buried within rocks about 500-meter deep. So answer will be the 500-meter deep. The two flagella arranged perpendicular to each other, that will be dinoflagellate. So here equilinoid will be one flagella, and one flagella will be larger in size and another will be smaller in size. PPLO, it is belonging to Mycoplasma. Chrysophytes la vandu pathina, you don't have flagella. Okay, so you will have an golden algae and a diatom. So this dinoflagella will be the correct answer. Then this is the difference between the kingdom Monera and Protista. So Monera include unicellular prokaryotes and this will be unicellular eukaryotes. Membrane bound organelles will be absent in kingdom Monera. Membrane bound organelles will be present in the kingdom Protista. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. This is also correct. Here the cell wall is present, it contains cellulose. So all of these correct statement. Then this is the match the following. So from this you can easily identify trichoderma is belonging to deuteromycetes and mucor will belonging to phycomycetes. If you know trichoderma is belonging to deuteromycetes, definitely you can find the answer. A will be the 4. Okay, so A will be the 4, B will be the 3, C will be the 2, D will be the 1. Okay, then red color of road of AAC is due to the presence of phycoerythrine. So phycoerythrine is the reason, the red color pigment. Then this is the picture I have given as the plant X and Y. So this will belonging to bryophytes or pteridophytes. So this will belonging to pteridophytes. So X will be the Selaginella and Y will be the Salvinia. Okay, so this two pictures will be X will represent Selaginella, Y will be the Salvinia. Then this is the match the following. So I have given as actinomorphic, zygomorphic and asymmetric flower. So from this you can see asymmetric will be the irregular. C will be the 3. So C will be the 3. They have given us the 3 options. You can eliminate option 3. So irregular will be the example will be the canna. Okay. So remaining things actinomorphic and zygomorphic. So actinomorphic will be the radial symmetry. Zygomorphic will be the bilateral symmetry. So A will be the 2. So A will be the 2 they have given here and B will be the 1. So without knowing column 3, if you know what is actinomorphic, what is zygomorphic, what is asymmetric, you can easily opt the option 1. Okay. So actinomorphic radial symmetry, it will be the Dachra and Silly. Zygomorphic bilateral symmetry, that will be a bean and cassia. Then this is the match the following. They have given us the aestivation. Okay, so valvate aestivation will belonging to tulip. Okay, then imbricate aestivation will be the cassia. Twisted aestivation will be lady's finger as well as China rose. Papillonoceous aestivation will be the pea plant, Pisum sativum. Okay, so this question is taken from both the family, important families as well as inside the content. Then which of the following diagrams are correctly mentioned? Okay, so A will be the scutellum. Whether it is correct or wrong? Wrong. So it will be endosperm. So this will be correct. And C will be the coleoptile. And here it will be the plumule. It is they have given us the radical. This is they have given us the colarissa. This is also wrong. Here they have given us the plumule. That is also wrong. So B and C will be the correct statement. Then bicollateral vascular bundle is characterized by the, it is a xylem is sandwiched between the phloem. Then in dorsiventral leaf, the palisade tissue and spongy tissue near the dash surfaces respectively. You can see palisade tissue will be present on the upper epidermis, adaxial, and spongy will be present in the apaxial. So lower epidermis in the dorsiventral leaf. And hydroponics has not been employed as a technique for the commercial production of, so it will be a commercial production of sea lettuce, cucumber, then tomato. So it is not a commercial production of sea lettuce. Okay. Remaining 3 will be the commercial productions they have done. So in lac operon system, what will happen if the glucose is present more than the lactose in the growth media of bacteria? If the glucose is sufficient, the bacteria will not initiate this operon. Bacteria operon will not be activated. So this will be the direct question. So operon will not get activated if the glucose will be the preferred carbon source. If the glucose is not preferred carbon source, then only the lap operon system will be activated. And for initiation of translation, ribosomes will be binds to the mRNA at the A, that is recognized only by the B. So that will be by ribosome binds to the mRNA will be at the start codon, that it won't bind to the 5' end or 3' end. It may be bind to the start codon. So start codon will be the AUG, methionine, and it will be recognized only by the initiator tRNA. And foreign DNA and vector DNA can be ligated if you are cutting by the same restriction enzyme. So you will get a same sticky end, then you can join by you can join the foreign DNA and vector DNA. Then presence of more than one restriction site, the restriction enzymes within the vector will have. So this will have generate the several fragments that will complicate the cloning. Okay. Then in dicotyledon plants and gymnosperm, lateral meristems will appear later in life. So these meristems will be helpful for the increase the length of the plant. What about this condition? So this will be responsible for the secondary growth. Then identify the diagram by the given below. So here they have given us the A and B, D, C and D. So this A will be the representing the sewage discharge. So if the sewage discharge will be increased, so the D will be your concentrations after the sometimes the B will be the dissolved oxygen and C will be the biological oxygen demand. Okay. So do you have any doubt so far? Okay. So shall I wind up? Thank you.
Thank you. Some very, very old boy and girls. Very, very old. Welcome to every one of you. Okay, so my mimicry artist. Yeah. Yeah. So let us start. This is not heroine. I was missing you, darling. You are not there. See how I became. Online, my moral king. He is only my moral king. Yes. Heroine. What is heroine? Yeah. Acts as a depressant. Very good. Cocaine. Euphoria. Yes, correct. Charas. Very good. Barbiturates. Okay, if they are going to be used more than the therapeutic dose, that is called as drug abuse. Cancerous cells just continue to divide, giving rise to masses of cells called as tumors. And cancer cells do not show contact inhibition. Any doubts in this? What is the reason for the cancerous cells formation? Proto-oncogenes are going to turn into oncogenes. That is one of the reason. Proto-oncogenes turning into oncogenes, what are the source? They all comes under carcinogens, right? Yeah. Which of the following pathogens can live in the small intestine of man? Any doubts? They can happily, they are enjoying, they are having a beautiful life because of the beautiful environment. But some people are eating junk food. For them, they don't like them, I think so. If you are eating junk food, they may not be liking it. Why I have came into this post? Now, what he is eating is no way concerned to me. Which of the following is sex-linked recessive disorder? What is another example? What is another example? Color blindness. What about all these three? Dominant, sir.
Autosomal recessive.
Very good. Autosomal recessive is correct. Which of the following statements are true regarding the evolution of man? Homo sapiens developed a prehistoric cave art about, is it correct or not? Cave art is correct. Neanderthal man used hides to protect their bodies. That's why they are also called as cultured man. The brain capacities of Homo erectus was around, see here you can remember hens, H-E-N-S. What is the sequence of capacities? H means Homo habilis. Homo habilis how much?
650.
650 to 800. This is 900. This can vary from 1350 to 1450. Sometimes if they are giving less than 1400, then it is related to Homo sapien. Don't get confused here. Australopithecus hunted with stone weapons, but essentially they ate fruits. They are from where the meat eating started? Homo erectus. Erectus is correct. Fossils found in Java in 1891 revealed the state called as Ramapithecus. What is the correct one here? In 1891, what they have been discovered? Whose fossils have been discovered? Java means Java man. Java man comes under
Homo erectus.
Yes, pardon? Erectus is correct. Homo erectus is the first man to use fire also. So any doubts here? The principle in which the species found to expand its distribution range dramatically when the competing species is removed is competitive release. It is an example of competition. Okay, in competition there is we have two different types are there, like okay, this example comes under Gauss exclusive principle, true or false? Competitive release will come under Gauss exclusive principle, true or false? Gauss exclusive principle and competitive release is same or different? That states about the two closely related animals cannot stay together continuously. Here, when the superior one is been experimentally removed, the inferior one is going to spread its, it is going to release, means it is going to increase its distributional area. What is the correlation over here? They are closely related over here. First thing is they are closely related and they are occupying the common space. So therefore, competitive release comes under the Gauss exclusive principle. Okay. PCR is now routinely used to detect the HIV in suspected AIDS patient. How PCR is going to be utilized here? Very good. Amplification of the antibody or the gene or the pathogen or antigen which is going to be taken. Okay. Eli Lilly prepared two DNA sequence corresponding to A and
B.
A and B in the Escherichia coli. Many transgenic animals are designed to understand the contribution of genes to the development of disease. The statement is true only, no? A retroviral vector was used to introduce the functional ADA or complementary DNA in the first clinical gene therapy. This is also retrovirus has been used or not? For humans or animals, we are using the vector as retrovirus. For plants,
Agrobacterium.
agrobacterium tumefaciens is correct. ELISA is widely used to detect the mutation in genes in suspected cancer patients. Is it true, this statement? What is the
PCR.
use of ELISA?
Antigen antibody reaction.
Antibody and antigen reactions. Practice of mating of superior males of one breed with a superior female of another breed is known as
Crossbreeding.
crossbreeding. See, I have told you very clearly how to remember all those things. Inbreeding means same species or closely related species, same ancestor. Crossbreeding means same breed but different ancestors. Crossbreeding means different breed and different ancestors. So here for crossbreeding in our textbook they are given the example for specific, that is. Example here. Isardale. It's a merino rams and Vicinary ewes. What is the main purpose of crossbreeding? No, Anna. That is outcross. See, backcross is two types, outcross and test cross. One is done with the homozygous dominant, that is outcross. When it is done with the homozygous recessive, then it is test cross. These both comes under backcross. What is the example for what is the main purpose of crossbreeding? Combining the desired characters or desired genes. Yes. Anatomically different structure performing the similar function shows. Can you give one example of convergent evolution?
Eyes of humans and octopus.
Yes, okay. In a large, if you are not taking the species to species, population to population. What is that? Wings of bat, bird, and also insects. But as a population, if you are taking in a large area.
So placental mammals and marsupial mammals.
Very good. Placental mammals and marsupial mammals. Convergent evolution, that is. Convergent evolution reveals which key point of Darwinism? Convergent evolution.
Natural selection.
Natural selection. Very correct. And branching descent explains? When natural selection is explaining convergent evolution, then branching descent will explain about what? Divergent evolution. See, divergent evolution, common ancestor, branching descent means common ancestor. Don't confuse. Branching descent is because of common ancestor. Common ancestor means homology. Homology means divergent evolution. No. Got it? Okay. This also I have told you how to remember 500 and make it double 1000. If you know that, easily you can get into this. So here residual volume is 1200, expiratory reserve volume is 1000, and TV is they are same. Okay.
So TV 500 ml.
Yes, correct only, no.
Third option, fourth given, sir.
Okay. Option, if anything here and there is there, what we are discussing, you take that into consideration. Okay. So you know what you got and what you did not get. That print only you want, huh? I will call them. Which of the following is not a method of ART in humans? See, this in which kind of art we are going to use differently gift and zift?
In vivo. In vivo.
In different scenario. One is in the yeah, those are all correct. My question is that in which kind of fertilization these both are going to be differently used? IVF is two types, in vivo and in vitro. In vitro zift, in vivo means gift. Under in vivo we have two things, one is gift and another one is very good,
Cytoplasmic
artificial
sperm.
insemination. Yes, and under in vitro, what are the three things will come? Zift and ICSI and IUT, right? Use of cervical caps has increased in recent years as it prevents the occurrence of STDs. This statement is true? This statement is taken from the textbook where it is condoms are widely used to prevent the STDs, not the cervical caps. See, that's the reason cervical caps, diaphragm and these valves are going to be used along with the spermicidal jellies and so if they are really providing STD, prevent STDs, why we have to use spermicidal jellies and all those things? Which of the following differentiates into embryonic ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm? Which is the first germ layer which is formed? Which is the
Ectoderm.
first germ layer? Yes. Out of these three, ecto, meso and endo, which is the first germ layer which has been formed?
Mesoderm.
No, not mesoderm. Endoderm. Endoderm is going to be formed from the hypoblast. Then epiblast is going to be give rise to ectoderm. From ectoderm only again mesoderm you are going to get. Read the following statements about menstrual cycle. Luteinizing hormone surge induces the rupture of Graafian follicle. True or false? Decline in the levels of progesterone leads to the menstruation. Correct or not? Follicle stimulating hormone surge is essential for the maintenance of endometrium during luteal phase. Correct? FSH surge is required. What is the hormone which is required for maintaining the endometrium?
Progesterone.
Progesterone. Very good. Estrogen is essential for the endometrial regeneration in the follicular phase. Estrogen is essential for endometrial regeneration in follicular phase is correct only? No. The events of proliferative phase are maintained by pituitary hormones. What are pituitary hormones?
FSH, LH.
FSH and LH. Very good. And what are the ovarian hormones?
Estrogen.
Then what is the hormone which is required for the proliferative phase?
FSH, LH and estrogen.
What is the hormone which is required to maintain the proliferative phase? Progesterone. The main hormone is progesterone over here. It is also maintains and also it is makes the endometrium glandular. Progesterone is secreted by corpus luteum. It will have a peak in the this is proliferative phase. No, sorry. The events which are yes, here what is the hormone which is required? Estrogen. Yes. I have seen as a progesterone phase. Okay. A proliferative phase means it is estrogens. Okay, fine. Which of the following hormones is synthesized by pituitary gland? Which of the following hormone is synthesized by pituitary gland? See, this is also called as TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. TRH is secreted by TRH, thyroid releasing hormone. Who is going to release
Hypothalamus.
it? Pardon?
Hypothalamus.
Yes,
Hypothalamus.
hypothalamus is correct. Somatostatin is secreted by somatostatin. What is
Pons.
another name for somatostatin? First is somatostatin is secreted by
Pons.
hypothalamus. Yes. What is another name for somatostatin?
Melatonin.
Melatonin. See, melatonin, serotonin are related to pineal gland. Hypothalamus will secrete either releasing hormone or inhibiting hormone only. No. What is this somatostatin? Is it releasing or inhibiting? Inhibits what? What is somatotrophin then?
Growth hormone.
Growth hormone. Somatotrophin is growth hormone. Somatotrophin is inhibited by somatostatin. That means somatostatin is growth inhibiting hormone. Another name, simple. Instead of somatostatin, if they are giving their growth inhibiting hormone, is also correct. No. Understood? Okay. These are all. So this is rhinus and this is cochlea, and here A is basilar and tectorial membrane. Select the correct function of parathormone. It regulates the diurnal rhythm of the body. Diurnal rhythm, cone select. Who is going to maintain?
Melatonin.
Melatonin is correct. Melatonin. Just remember, melatonin fairs the skin. Means when you have a good sleep, you have a very fair skin. You understand? So correlate the diurnal means sleep and wakeful cycles. No. Understood now? Okay, stimulates the demineralization of the bone. When does parathormone actually secretes?
Calcium
Yes.
level.
Yes, when there is a hypocalcemic condition, so this hormone is hypercalcemic hormone. Okay. What is promotes the production of immunoglobulins? Who is going to promote the production of immunoglobulins? What is the hormone which is required here? Immunoglobulins. Thymosin plays an important role in the growth of axial hair. What is the hormone here? Facial hair is different, axial is different, pubic hair. So all these things are going to be under the control of which hormone? I will give an hint. This is present over the kidney.
Aldosterone.
What is that
Ah.
sterone?
Aldosterone.
Aldosterone.
Adrenaline.
Aldosterone is related to
Adrenaline.
what? Salt conservation and
Adrenaline.
androgens. See, very simple things are there. I am just connecting with all the things. So you should know that where you are missing that point, you have to once again go and check in your, when you are revising, you have to check this, because biology is the benchmark. It is the foundation. You have to always see that I am going to cross 300 plus minimum. That is minimum. So for that, these are the, see, I have given question paper medium to easy level. I am not giving difficult. All people are just solving difficult level and they are missing the simple things. So easy and medium means 80%. No, I am targeting 80%. I am not interested in the 20 and doing some kind of circus over there. Okay. Okay, this question, I think by diagram you can able to know that it is C is organ of Corti. Diagram based questions also are not going to come. I am asking only for that function. Diagram based questions are not been asked from past 4 to 5 years. Hyoid bone. Hyoid bone is a part of skull. Radius and ulna. Actually, it should be forearm. Always my paper will have mistakes, but I am here ready to correct it. Okay, clavicle. Clavicle is the one of the characteristic feature of clavicle. It is the most highly susceptible for fractures. The bone which is mostly highly susceptible fracture is it's a delicate bone. Sacrum, vertebral column. Conditional reabsorption of sodium and water takes place in the DCT of nephron. Is correct or not? Then under which influence this happens? Conditional reabsorption of sodium and water.
Aldosterone.
Sir, Anna, aldosterone you have to always remember for salt retention. It is about the salt retention. Whenever the salt levels are less, at that time the macula densa and juxtaglomerular apparatus is going to get activated. Vasopressin here. It is vasopressin. Selective secretion of ammonia, urea, and uric acid takes place in the PCT. Is it true or false?
False.
False. True means where it is going to take place. Selective means what? Which is the part of the renal tubule which is having a selective mechanism? DCT. Most of the selective secretion is going to take place. Selective is active or inactive? Active secretion or inactive secretion? I should not say inactive, active or passive. It is always secretion is active. Reabsorption can be active and passive. The volume of blood in the left ventricle is maximum. For this, one formula is there. You remember? End diastolic volume is equal to stroke volume plus end systolic volume. This is always 120 ml, or it may change according to if they give volume. Stroke volume will be 70. So what is end systolic volume?
50.
So sometimes what they will do, they will give the cardiac output and number of heartbeats. Based on that, you will get stroke volume. With that also you can solve this problem. Select the parts that are involved in the systemic circulation of humans. Systemic circulation will start from where?
Lungs.
Systemic. Hello, what is your name? You are giving a good response. Fantastic. What is your name, Babu? Hello.
Rajesh.
Online.
Rajesh.
Rajesh, I love you, Rajesh. Fantastic. But here you just missed. It's not the lungs. See, lungs means pulmonary respiration. Okay. So here the systemic circulation will start from left ventricle and ends in the right atrium. Got it? And pulmonary starts with
lungs.
Right? Lungs where? Right ventricle and ends with left atrium. If you go through the from where from right ventricle, it pumps the blood into pulmonary artery to it goes to the lungs to the. That's why again you are going to come with the left atrium. Then you got it, no? Which of the following organisms migrate for spawning to fresh water? What is that migration called as? From sea to fresh water. What is that migration called as? There are two types of migration. Whenever the migration which is taking place from the sea water to fresh water means it is uphill or downhill. Sea is ao. Means from fresh water to sea water means it is downhill. From sea water to fresh water means uphill. Uphill means catadromous. Catadromous is uphill. Cata means uphill. Another one is anadromous. The larvae after metamorphosis. Petromyzon ka larvae after metamorphosis, they will come back to the ocean.
Sea.
So that is anadromous. What will happen to that petromyzon which has been laid the eggs in the fresh water? After that, they will die. Okay, volume of air that will remain in the lungs after the normal inhalation includes functional residual capacity and expiratory capacity plus RV is what?
Functional residual capacity.
Then both 1 and 2 are correct, no? Got it? Columnar epithelium is found in the lining of. What kind of columnar epithelium is found in the stomach and is it brush border or ciliated? Hey, in stomach and intestine, brush border or ciliated?
Brush border.
Brush border. Hey, brush border. I am bloody rascal. I know when if I just change or just to change my facial expression, option changed. You are not having confidence. Alveolar bronchi, what is the type of?
Ciliated.
Ray, Rajesh, you have to come and join here. Squamous epithelium. What is the main function of squamous epithelium? Very good, diffusion. What is the main function of brush bordered epithelium?
Absorption.
Another one.
Secretion.
Secretion, very good. They are present here, PCT and DCT, brush border. Okay. Blood vessels and ducts of the glands, what they are going to have? Blood vessels.
Squamous
Blood
epithelium.
vessels. Squamous epithelium. Here it is cuboidal epithelium. Here you can have either you may having a cuboidal simple or cuboidal stratified also. Okay, trypsin converts the peptides into amino acids, correct? What is the correct?
Chymotrypsin also.
Anna, Rajesh?
Sir?
Okay, trypsin converts the peptides into dipeptides. Trypsin converts the proteins into proteases and peptides is correct. Okay, amylase converts the starch into maltose is correct. Nuclease converts the nucleic acids into nucleotides and nucleosides also. Lipase converts the fats into. Finally, in the middle it is diglycerides. Finally, it is that is beginning you tell. You just change entire fat process itself as you like. Finally it is fatty acids and glycerol. Which of the following is the accessory gland of female reproductive system of cockroach? What is the function of this? Very good. Utica formation. Long drive. Remember long drive. Mushroom shaped gland. Phallic gland. What is the function of phallic gland? It forms the third layer or the last layer or outer layer of the spermathecae, spermathecae. Spermatophores, not spermathecae. Spermathecae are present in male or female reproductive system of cockroach. Spermathecae are present in male or female. Correct. You're not coming long drive, madam. Oh my God, you will not come like this. Spermathecae are different from spermatophores. Spermatophores are produced by the male and these are stored in the spermathecae. And after copulation, it is stored in the female. How many pairs are there? Spermathecae.
3 pairs.
Spermathecae structure is like this, mummy. It is spermathecae. Where it is present? Spermathecae are present in male cockroach or female cockroach. Bro, why you are so aggressive in this? As if you have dissected it and seen. Spermathecae is meant for storing spermatozoa. Spermatozoa are spermatophores. Spermatophores. These are produced in the male. These are stored in the spermathecae. These spermathecae are present in female along with collateral glands. Understood now? Here you have to remember what is this metagenesis, metastasis, and metamerism. On the other day, I have given some confusion like thymine, and renin. Like that, another one is this. What is metagenesis? Metagenesis. Yes.
Alteration of generation.
Alternation of generation of the which is going to take place from polyp to medusa and medusa to polyp is metagenesis, which is seen in obelia. Okay. What is metastasis? Malignant tumor. In the malignant tumor, the cancerous cells which are going to have a free long journey and long drive in our body. That is what is metastasis. What is metamerism? Segmentation. So these three, I think all these three came here. Okay, metameric segmentation seen in the Ferritima postuma. Alternation of generation is in obelia. Rudimentary stomachord is seen in sacculus and calcareous ossicles in ophiura. Is it clear now? Read the following statements. In amensalism, one species is harmed whereas the other is unaffected. This is also one of the way of identifying an antibiotic over a bacteria. What is another method which we are going to use? What is another method of finding an antibiotic for a pathogens? Or we are going to design it. I'll give you an example. It is a lesson from biomolecules. Some mechanism is related by which we are going to identify the antibiotics to you are little near. What are the types of enzyme has got two different types of sites? What are the two different types of sites? Allosteric and active site. Based on that, you tell me. Competitive inhibition is one of the way by which we are going to find the antibiotic for pathogens. Correct or not? We will find which is the molecule which can competitively it can inhibit the active site. When it is going to be inhibited, that bacteria will not function. So the bacteria cannot survive. No. Understood or not? Okay, commensalism, one species is benefited where the other one is unaffected. Can you give one example of commensalism? Yes. The key concept of Darwinism theory of evolution. Yeah, I think you have discussed elaborately about this convergent evolution, also divergent evolution also. Withdrawal of penis from the vagina just before ejaculation to avoid insemination is known as. What is the difference between ejaculation and insemination? Ejaculation is okay, then yeah, transfer of the male gametes into the female reproductive tract is what is called as insemination. Just a release of the male gametes from the male body is called as ejaculation. Reproductive. It is going to release in vagina. Which of the following I think related to this next question, next type questions will be different. Okay. It is very simple question, QRS complex. Okay. Okay, mechanism of vision in correct sequence. Here, either if you have to catch the end point or beginning. If you catch the end point, see where the end point means generation of action potential over here. So if you just see in that A where it is, then you cross check whether the sequence are, if you don't know also, you will know the sequence. You understood? So these are the, either if you have to know the first point, then in that way you can correlate, because this sentence can be changed in many ways. Got it? Understood? Okay, von Humboldt, what he did, von Humboldt, species area relation. Yeah, Robert May is for, I think, endemism, global species estimation. Robert May is estimation. David Tillman is for long-term ecosystem experiments, and Edward Wilson popularized the term biodiversity. Bioluminescence is well marked in the members of Ctenophora. Yes. Ctenophora, external fertilization or internal fertilization? Ctenophora. Ctenophora and amphibians, external or internal?
External.
Both are external. Annelida. Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan means Annelida both. A for Annelida, B for both. Both means what? External fertilization and internal fertilization. Platyhelminthes, internal. CC Hema eyes. To attract you people only I did like that. Classification is the grouping of organisms into convenient categories. Taxonomy is the process of classification. This is direct statement from the textbook. What are categories? See, there is all these characters which are going to be identified are of the living organisms are classified. That is being mentioned in the sentence. What is the difference between categories and taxon? Categories are those where the real living organisms are not going to be there, like kingdom, and what is that? After kingdom, what is there? After phylum, or class, order, family, genus. These are all categories. In this, we are not going to see in a ecosystem the real organisms. Array, this is plant kingdom in a ecosystem or in a habitat. Array, this is order. Array, this is family. Can you identify like that? No, it is only hypothetical. The aves is a taxon. You can include the real organisms over there. Reptiles is a real. So these are called as taxons. Understood now? Okay, the genotype ratio of codominance is if they are asking as a codominance, it is 1:1 only. If it is for incomplete dominance, then it is going to be 1:2:1. Correct? Because both the alleles are expressed in codominance. Then it is going to be 1:1, not 1:2:1. Okay. Yes. Because both the alleles are expressing. In vitro multiplication of desired DNA is achieved in amplification of a is PCR. That is in vitro. In vivo means in vivo. How we are going to amplify the desired gene?
Through a vector. Plasmids are going to multiply into number of copies in a bacteria. They have fixed some number 50 to 100. So they are going to, when they are going to become 100, they are multiplying by 100. No, plasmids. Treatment of water is done by the heterotrophic microbes naturally present in sewage. Biochemical oxygen demand is the indirect measure of organic matter present in the water. Any doubt in this? Natural, you see, microbes naturally present in sewage means already there will be some, but also we add, but no. Already when it is going to be collected, naturally some always if bacteria is not added, it will not get decomposed. See, that is only to enhance, but already it will be there, and we are taking from there only, and we are culturing it, and we are adding over there. Naturally, see, if it is an open drain, it will decomposition will take place or not. A gene whose expression helps in the identify transformed cell is known as. What is the how you are going to see a recombinant with non-recombinant in what is the one which you are going to take into consideration? See, for selectable markers are useful for what? Transformed cell. A cell has got a plasmid or not? How we are going to select whether a plasmid has been recombinant or not, or it has been taken the desired gene happened or not? Or how we can say it's a recombinant DNA or non-recombinant DNA, based on which we can say which is the sites which are present in the plasmid which help us. Selectable, one is selectable marker, and another one that is for replication. Active sites. What are active sites? You are little near. That is selectable markers. Ampicillin, tetracycline, all these antibiotic resistant genes are present in the plasmid are selectable markers. They are that is one of the, what is that called as? Generally, all these HIND3 are you are near. Are resistance is selectable markers, akka. Antibiotic resistance all are selectable markers only. PBR is entire Guldasta. Hai ki nahi? What is that which are present in the this PBR 322, which is going to help in recognizing whether recombinant or non-recombinant? I will give one more hint. In insertional inactivation, when the inactivation is taking place, which site is getting inactivated? You are close. Antibiotic resistance. That is a cumbersome process. That's why we came to this process. No, blue and white. Otherwise, where the insertional inactivation is taking place? That mechanism, you know. Yes, Rajesh.
Sir, palindromic sequences.
What is that sequences?
Palindromic
Sequence are present. All the genes which are present over there are all having palindromic sequence. Okay, that is anything. Hey, wrong or right? Don't try. That's all. If you are hesitation is a crime, you cannot propose. Amplification NRI, the PCR mechanism. Okay. Next. Origin of replication is for replication only. It will not. Origin of replication will help in transform whether it is recombinant or non-recombinant. No. See, we are using selectable markers to know whether is transformed cell or non-transformed cell. We are identifying based on the ampicillin and tetracycline resistance. That is by selectable markers. How we are going to select whether it is recombinant or non-recombinant, on what basis? What are the sites which are present in the PBR which are going to help us? What is that? Tetracyclica. What are the sites which are present in the PBR 32 which will help us?
So restriction sites, sir.
Restriction site is correct. Restriction site also called as cloning site. I am giving inactivation. I am telling inactivation of what? LAG-Z, no, over there. Inactivation is of LAG-Z. LAG-Z is a cloning site, no. It is a restriction site. Rajesh, come for long drive. Madam, you are missing. Replication of DNA is a semi-conservative method. This is evident from Messelson Stahl. Okay. Here you need to remember that 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, 80 minutes. In 80 minutes, what is the ratio of hybrid and light strands? Hybrid means this is hybrid, no? And what about light? This is light. Yes. In the first generation, what is? We have only hybrid. In first generation, we have only hybrid. So here, no ratio, no. We are seeing the ratio between the hybrid and the light. Okay. In the second generation, what is that? 50-50%, 1:1. In the third generation, there will be 4 will become 8. In that 8, 2 will be always that hybrids. 2:2. No, how many are there? 6 will be there. No. Then how much it will come? 1:3. This is in which generation?
Third generation.
Third generation. This is second generation. This is third generation. Now tell me for the fourth generation after 80 minutes.
1:7. 1:7.
1:5.
7.
What is telling?
What?
7. Correct, Mama. Correct. See, 32 you are going to get In the 32, 2 will be and 30. So this is going to be
16, sir.
16, correct. Here it is going to be 16, 2:14. That is 1:7. So next it is going to be 32. So if they are asking ratio or if they are asking percentage, you can get it from here. See, if it is 1:1 means 50%, no, like that. Here 1:3 means this is 75%, this is 25%. Here it is going to 12.5%, here it is going to be 87.5%. You understand now? Okay, transcription unit. What is transcription unit? Which is going to give the transcription unit for us? Transcription unit, who is going to give in this for us?
DNA.
Huh? DNA has got transcription unit. No, it has got a promoter and terminator and a template and non-template strand altogether, structural gene altogether called as transcription unit. Yeah. Then translation unit. Very good. Adapter molecule.
tRNA.
Yeah. Ribozyme.
rRNA.
If you don't know also adapter molecule, at least you know, no. Then you, based on that, you can find it. Otherwise, ribozyme you can find it. But you should know about these concepts. DNA ligase is for what? Restriction enzyme. Okay,
What?
DNA gyrase. Topological transitions of DNA. Vector, I have told vector is plasmid. Plasmid means it is a vehicle. In that desired DNA is called as a passenger gene. He is a passenger, no? In taxi, someone should sit, no? In plasmid, what is sitting? Desired gene. So desired gene is a passenger. Vector is a, plasmid is a vector. Vector is a vehicle. In prokaryotic transcription, initiation step requires. This is simple. Okay. Okay, the first step in the okay, this is collection of variability. I think this okay, you enjoyed, no? So which actually I wanted to give artificial selection question. So by mistake it has happened. Many mistakes happens. Which of the following enzymes tool is not necessary in the construction of recombinant DNA molecule? Okay, here the sacred groves are not related to Eastern, it is not related to the Eastern Ghats, and global warming is because of methane and carbon dioxide, thermal. What is NPP? GPP minus? Yes. Okay, which part of the ear determines the pitch of a sound? And what is the, where do you find crista? Where do you find crista? Where do you find crista? Macula densa. Crista. Crista ampullaris, where it is present? Organ of court is cochlea.
Succulent utricle.
Yes, my boy.
Succulent utricle.
Circular.
Succulent utricle.
Sacculus and utriculus. No. Sacculus, utriculus, and also that also I am asking. In sacculus and utriculus, what is?
Endomembranous system.
What is that? In vestibular apparatus, two things are there. One is for dynamic, one is for static. Static is sacculus and utriculus. In that, the sensitive organ is macula. Where do you find crista then? In the inner ear, you have vestibular apparatus and cochlea. Vestibular apparatus divided into two parts. What is that? That is cochlea. scala vestibuli, scala tympani, and all those things. Semicircular canals. Semicircular canals will have crista. Better revise properly. I am telling, I have given only simple paper, medium size paper I am doing. I want 80% of you have to solve. So I am not going with the circus questions. I am not here to show my ability. Your ability of easy and medium size, that is most important. Okay, everyone enjoyed?
Happy Labor Day, sir.
Online boys and girls, thank you.